Hello, dear friend. My name is Owen Thorne, and I invite you to join me on a gentle journey of calm this evening. Take a slow, deep breath, letting the air fill your lungs, and then exhale any lingering tension. In this quiet moment, you might notice your thoughts settling, as though they are leaves drifting softly to the forest floor. With each breath, your shoulders loosen and the space around you grows tranquil. Tonight, you will step onto a Tudor balcony on a serene spring evening, where raindrops tap a steady lullaby and a sense of royal calm welcomes you. Let your eyes feel heavy, your mind at ease, and your breathing easy as you prepare to slip into a comforting world of soothing rain and gentle enchantment. Feel the slight weight of your body sinking into the surface beneath you, grounding you in the here and now. Each slow inhale draws in fresh air, perhaps touched with the mild fragrance of blossoming flowers. As you exhale, imagine the day's cares melting away, freeing you to sink into a state of utter rest. The distant memory of any urgency fades. Instead, a soothing quiet envelops you. In this precious silence, you can allow yourself to let go. Set aside all distractions and imagine the cool hush of a spring rainfall. The raindrops seem to begin far above in the sky, descending gracefully to tap and ripple on timeless architecture. The soft, rhythmic patter beckons you closer, almost whispering your name, offering a peaceful lull that invites total relaxation. Let this gentle invitation wash over your senses, promising a respite from busy thoughts. Breathe in, breathe out. Soon, you will enter a scene of stately balconies, ancient timbers, and the comforting hush of spring rain. Settle into that feeling of anticipation for calm and allow your mind to meander there, lingering on the threshold of this tranquil dreamscape. And now, let us begin our story. Let your imagination drift, releasing any tension from your limbs, and follow the gentle rhythm of raindrops. No hurry, no rush. Simply float upon the current of this comforting moment, allowing each breath to carry you closer to the story that unfolds like a soft spring flower under the gentle drizzle of a nourishing rain. In a quiet corner of the countryside, upon rolling hills, touched by a soft, shimmering haze of evening light, stands an old Tudor estate. Sturdy, rustic beams crisscross beneath a steep roof, and tall chimneys rise up, their brick a testament to centuries of life within those walls. A garden sprawls around the estate, bursting with tender blossoms that sway under the weight of fresh raindrops. Beyond the garden, a gentle slope of land descends to a winding river, its surface reflecting the silver glow of the moon peeking behind drifting clouds. In the heart of this estate is a modest but graceful balcony, carved with intricate wooden patterns that highlight the artistry of a bygone era. Tonight, a soft spring rain blankets everything, the droplets shimmering like tiny crystals in the lantern light. A single candle flickers in a wrought iron sconce, its flame dancing in the shifting air currents. The hush of rain is the evening's music, a lilting background chorus that soothes and invites reflection. This is where an unhurried visitor finds a moment of peace, Hidden behind tall windows, thick velvet drapes shield the interior from gusts of chilled spring air. Once parted, these drapes reveal an opulent corridor, decorated with tapestries depicting stories of knights and far-off lands. At the corridor's end, a pair of wooden doors with elaborately carved handles leads to the very balcony overlooking the estate's courtyard. There, beneath the eaves that overhang this small terrace, a lone figure stands, gazing into the twilight. The figure is dressed simply, wrapped in a warm cloak to ward off the evening's brisk, damp breeze. Perhaps it is a steward of the estate, or simply someone who holds a deep fondness for the hush of nightfall. Tonight, as the clock slowly inches toward the deeper hours, the figure on the balcony closes their eyes, letting the breath of spring drift over them. Rain patters softly on the stone balustrade and kisses the broad leaves of the climbing vines. You see, the vines have been there for ages, their twisting stems hugging the pillars and reaching for the wooden beams overhead. They carry small, pale buds that open like timid smiles in the moist air, releasing the faintest hint of perfume that mingles with the earthy scent of damp soil. Time seems to move more slowly in the presence of the rain. Even the candlelight flickers in a deliberate rhythm, casting dancing shadows across the old, worn stones. The figure stands in patient stillness, listening as raindrops form tiny rivulets that weave and wander down the gutter and into the garden below. There, the newly awakened flower beds catch the dripping water, grateful for spring's gentle nourishment. A sense of calm reaches across the courtyard, beyond to the orchard that blushes with blossoming apple trees, their pinkish petals fluttering like confetti on the evening breeze. Inside the estate, a single corridor is lit by discrete candles along its length, the golden glow reflecting on polished wood floors. The doors along the hallway remain closed, concealing a hush of activity, perhaps a few staff finishing their nightly duties, ensuring that each corridor remains tidy and that each chamber offers comfort for any who rest there. Still, this portion of the estate is steeped in tranquility. No lively footsteps echo here at this hour. Only the muffled hush of the rainfall beyond gently finds its way indoors. Yet, on the balcony, the figure's thoughts glide towards simpler pleasures. They think of freshly laid fires in the manor's great hearth, warm meals shared in the hall, and the way the orchard's blossoms shimmer in the mornings. By the calm hush of night, all of that joy transforms into a gentle lullaby. The courtyard, the garden, the orchard, and the balcony itself become part of a serene tapestry, threaded with moonlight and silky shadows. Outside, the architecture stands in quiet dignity, half-timbered walls forming quaint squares that have witnessed centuries of gentle nights. The rafters overhead still hold the memory of warm spring breezes from years gone by. In the cool glow of the moon, the estate seems more alive than ever, as if the rain has awakened a soft, slumbering spirit that resides within the old beams and polished floors. Each droplet that lands on the balcony's stonework resonates with that peaceful spirit. reminding anyone who listens that there is beauty in simply pausing to acknowledge each moment. In the distance, a single nightingale offers its song, a silky note that harmonizes with the rainfall. The bird's melody floats through the garden, weaving between fragrant shrubs and ornamental hedges, eventually drifting upward to the terrace. The lone figure smiles at the sound, reminded of how nature and architecture can coexist in such perfect, gracious harmony. With measured steps, they walk along the balcony's edge, pausing to lean against the carved balustrade and gaze at the courtyard below. Ornamental lanterns dangle from tall, wrought iron hooks, their orange-yellow glow trembling with each trembling drop of water. The courtyard's path is lined with smooth stones, polished to a gentle sheen by the softly persistent drizzle. Even the statues, mythical creatures carved from cool grey stone, seem at ease, their features smoothed by age and softened by the lamplight. From the vantage of the balcony, the figure can see the orchard beyond the courtyard, where rows of apple trees shimmer under the gentle rainfall. Pale petals cling to wet branches, while others tumble to the grass in a drifting dance. Each blossom that falls lands softly, creating a scattering of white and pink on the emerald blades. Under the subdued glow of moonlight, the orchard becomes a tapestry of pastel colour against the gentle hush of the night. Occasionally, a breeze stirs the air, brushing past the figure's cheeks and ruffling the cloak's edges. The sensation is cool yet comforting, a kind of tender reminder that life breathes across these quiet spaces. There is no urgency, no rush. The hours stretch in a languid flow, like the slow moving of distant clouds across a star-flecked sky. It is a time for introspection, for noticing the silky folds of each shadow, the curve of each raindrop as it splashes, and the soft glow that rests on the ancient timbers. In that hush, the figure recalls stories of the estate's past, though they remain distant, half-forgotten tales of laughter that once echoed in the great hall, or gentle footsteps that graced these very stones. Indeed, this Tudor balcony has been witness to many spring evenings just like this, where the delicate hush of rainfall carries the same calming promise, whispering that each drop is part of a never-ending cycle of renewal and rest. Soon, the figure, perhaps lulled by the gentle patter, feels their eyelids grow heavier. Their thoughts drift, carried by the sigh of the wind. They imagine the orchard in full bloom, bright under the morning sun, alive with the hum of bees. But tonight, all is tranquil. The orchard rests, the bees are silent, and only the soft hush of rainfall fills the air. A subtle shift in the rain's tempo draws the figure from these quiet reveries. Drops that once landed in hushed repetition now tap a softer, more languid tune. Clouds overhead part slightly, revealing a crescent moon that lends just enough light to set the raindrops shimmering. The figure lifts their gaze to that pearly glow, a silent salute to the majesty of sky and star and moon. And in that single breath, the entire estate feels embraced by a timeless hush, like a lullaby passed down through centuries. Within the estate's dimly lit corridors, a gentle caretaker quietly ensures that each shutter is secure against the night air. Long swaths of polished floor catch the reflection of flickering candle flames, glowing with a warm, golden aura that softens the hush of the hallway. One door stands partially ajar, a small library or reading room perhaps, revealing the outlines of shelves filled with weathered tomes. A plush chair near a low-burning fireplace offers sanctuary for someone wishing to lose themselves in a book's gentle pages. Beyond the threshold, a window is slightly opened to welcome the scent of rain-damp earth. It is as if every corner of this estate welcomes the restful hush that arrives with the evening shower. Back on the balcony, the figure hears the caretaker's distant footsteps and imagines them ensuring every comfort is prepared inside. The knowledge that someone else gently tends to the household adds to the sense of safety that settles here, an assurance that rest is not only allowed, but encouraged. The caretaker's footsteps fade, and the hush of the rain once more takes center stage. Steadily, the night grows deeper, and the figure becomes more aware of the gentle lull that envelops them. The heart beats at a slow, measured pace, quietly matching the patter of raindrops on the tiles above. An almost musical quality flows through the air, as if each droplet is part of a larger ensemble playing a piece that crescendos so softly only the soul can truly hear it. This gentle harmony of rain, wind, and occasional birdsong forms a tapestry of sound that invites deeper calm. In that calm, the figure imagines the faint glow of dawn waiting, still far away. But here, in the hush of the present moment, there is only the comforting darkness of a spring night. There is space to breathe. There is permission to rest. Outside the estate's walls, the countryside sleeps, while tiny creatures, perhaps a stray fox or a wandering deer, take shelter beneath hedgerows or trees. Even they pause, lulled by the softness of rainfall that quietly blankets the rolling hills. Time passes in a gentle flow, like a small brook meandering through a green meadow. Somewhere inside the estate, a faint bell chimes the hour, but it does not disturb the serenity. Rather, it feels like a gentle reminder that time is still unfolding, a soothing marker that the world continues in its steady rhythm, even as you drift in this tranquil scene. The figure on the balcony finally steps back from the balustrade, choosing a sheltered spot where a simple wooden chair sits. The chair is well worn and sturdy, an heirloom left by those who once found comfort in this same vantage point. Resting there, the figure closes their eyes, letting the faint candlelight and the watery patterns on the stone floor fade from sight. The hush of night wraps around them like a comforting blanket. The mind slows, the body slackens. A gentle exhalation follows, and any trace of remaining wakeful tension loosens its hold. Clouds drift across the moon's face, and for a while, even the illumination dims until only the candle's flame lights the edges of the scene. The silent swirl of the wind through the vines and the patter of rain on the ancient rafters form a lullaby with no words, cradling the figure's spirit in peace. It is as if the entire estate breathes in unison, the old timbers creaking quietly, the stone walls absorbing the hush, and the orchard's blossoms trembling in the drizzle. All is at rest, and the hush that lingers speaks to the soul. From the orchard, another gentle breeze carries the perfume of freshly fallen petals, mixing with the light tang of rain-kissed grass. When the breeze reaches the balcony, it stirs the cloak and tickles the flame of the candle. It moves like a friendly visitor, coaxing the figure to sink further into reverie. The caretaker, having completed the evening's tasks, might peek through a hallway window to ensure the occupant of the balcony is at ease. Satisfied, they softly close the shutters, leaving the occupant to the quiet symphony of the night. Time slips deeper into that velvety realm where day and night meet in dream. Even the orchard's nighttime inhabitants seem lulled to a hush. The nightingale's final notes fade, replaced by the soft shushing of breeze through leaves. Now and then, a gentle drip from an overhang meets a puddle in the courtyard, creating a subdued plunk that resonates in the hush. In this world, each tiny sound has its place, weaving together to form a tapestry of calm. The figure's breathing steadies, slow and rhythmic. Perhaps they recall a memory of drifting into sleep on nights just like this, lulled by rain pattering on roof tiles overhead. Or maybe they think of a time when morning dew glistened on those same orchard blossoms, catching the first rays of sunlight in a sparkling display. Memory and present reality mingle, forming a tapestry that exists only in this ephemeral hush. The entire estate, from the highest chimney to the smallest carved detail on the balustrade, stands watchful and still. A gentle hush flows through the corridor behind the balcony doors, as though the very walls have decided it's time for slumber. The thick drapes flutter slightly in a soft draft, then settle, leaving the balcony occupant in a womb of stillness. Breathing in, breathing out, the figure feels the pulse of the night, slow and certain. The corners of the mind soften, letting go of any thought that demands urgency. In the presence of a soothing rain, all urgency drifts away like a paper boat carried on a stream, eventually disappearing into the welcoming darkness. The hush, the drizzle, the flickering candlelight, all conspire to lull the senses further, urging deeper relaxation. The wooden beams overhead have sheltered countless individuals, allowing them solace under their sturdy embrace. Tonight, they protect this lone figure from the elements, offering a cradle of peace suspended above the courtyard. Even the orchard, in its quiet bloom, seems to exude a comforting glow. There is no rush, no place to be other than right here, in this pocket of timeless serenity. Somewhere within the estate, the soft notes of a lute, perhaps played behind closed doors, emerge for a moment, then vanish as quickly as they arrived. The figure smiles at this fleeting melody. The hush that follows seems even deeper, more enveloping, a hush that gently invites the mind to drift toward dreams. As the minutes slip by, the rain slows to a misting drizzle. The tap-tap on the stones mellows to a quiet hush, like a whispered conversation that soothes the spirit. Shadows lengthen, or perhaps they fade entirely, blending with the night's cloak. The orchard stands still, waiting for dawn's light to reveal the gentle scattering of blossoms on the damp grass. The caretaker, presumably, has retired to a warm bed, or perhaps continues to wander the corridors with the comfort of a single candle to guide their steps, quietly humming a lullaby. With the rain now little more than soft dew falling from the eaves, the balcony becomes a cocoon of warmth and hush. The figure's breathing remains calm, their gaze settling on the glistening shapes of each raindrop that dangles from the carved wooden railing. In those droplets, faint reflections of the candle's flame dance. A swirl of nighttime colour, amber, silver, midnight blue, plays at the edges of vision. And beyond it all, the orchard stands with arms outstretched, blossoming in silent tribute to the wonders of spring's renewal. No need to stir, no reason to rise. The hush of the estate cradles the occupant, reminding them that even in stillness, life thrives. Each gentle pat of a droplet on the stones is a testament to that living world, quiet, unhurried, gracefully unfolding moment by moment. Eventually, the candle, having burned low, flickers in final devotion to the hush of night. Its flame gutters briefly, casting lively shadows that dance for a few seconds more. Then, with a soft breath, it surrenders, leaving the balcony in the faint glow of moon and misted starlight. Night wraps all in a comforting embrace, accepting the final shift into darkness. Here, on the Tudor balcony, a hush as deep as any lullaby beckons the occupant further into rest. Even the orchard, just visible in the faint light, drips with the last beads of rain, shining like tiny jewels in the gloom. A gentle breeze rustles the leaves, offering the quietest of applause to the night's performance. Soon, even that breeze subsides. The hush grows vast, an ocean of calm gently lapping against the edges of conscious thought. In that ocean, the occupant's mind floats easily, lulled by the sensation of safety and comfort. Now, let yourself drift into that same hush. Let the gentle hush of rain, the soft glow of moonlight, and the memory of blossoms fill your thoughts. Feel your body relax, your limbs heavy and warm. Each breath you take is an invitation to surrender more fully to rest. Perhaps you imagine yourself on that balcony, wrapped in a cloak of calm, the scent of fresh rain and spring blossoms close at hand. You can let your eyelids sink closed, or, if they already are, let them remain gently shut. There is nothing you need to do, no task that needs tending. The night welcomes you, invites you to float in a dreamscape where time slows to a comforting crawl. Allow the hush of raindrops to carry you inward, where your mind grows soft and your thoughts dissolve like wisps of mist. In this velvety darkness, you find solace in simply being. The hush envelopes you, and each slow exhale releases lingering cares into the night. Imagine them carried off by a gentle breeze, drifting beyond the orchard, over hills where they dissolve into the tranquil darkness. Another breath, another wave of relaxation. With each inhale, serenity flows in. With each exhale, tension flows out. It is a gentle exchange, an endless cycle of renewal that mirrors the rhythmic dance of spring rain in the orchard. If you find your thoughts wandering, let them do so. There is no need to force anything. Trust that the quiet presence of this Tudor balcony, this orchard in bloom, and the soft patter of rain can gently cradle your mind. As you sink deeper into calm, words become a faint whisper. The world grows dim but warm, as though you are held by the gentle arms of night itself. Feel the warmth that blossoms in your chest and radiates through your body. Feel the gentle heaviness in your arms and legs, as if the softness of the night sky has settled into your muscles, urging them to rest. Let your breath be steady and effortless, in and out, in and out. The hush of the estate, the hush of the orchard extends to you. They invite you into a comforting emptiness, a space where you are free to drift into sleep. This moment is yours. The orchard's blossoms, the carved Tudor beams, the gentle caretaker's final glances, all exist in a tapestry of calm, woven just for you. Even if your mind flutters with passing thoughts, let them slip away into the nighttime air. The hush remains, always ready, always welcoming. Let the scene fade if you wish. Perhaps you only hear the faint echo of raindrops, or sense the gentle drift of a cloak on your shoulders. That is enough. Give in to the gentle lull, the softness, the slow pulse of everything around you. A sigh of relief might come, unbidden, as though your body recognizes the gift of deep rest unfolding. Now, let your breaths grow softer, your heart calmer. The hush of rain and the hush of night meet within you, creating a cradle for slumber. Nothing remains but the soothing darkness, the memory of flickering candlelight, and the gentle hush of raindrops that once played on the Tudor balcony. Let it hold you, let it protect you, let it guide you into the realm of deep, renewing sleep. Good night, dear traveller. Sleep well.